Everybody, Noah here today for Michigan Football Fan Talks, and we're going to be talking about how the Buckeyes are starting to fall apart now. I don't know if you've seen, but the Ohio State Buckeyes have lost their defensive coordinator, their offensive line coordinator, and just today, as of February 2nd, they have just lost their offensive coordinator. Now, this is exactly what's happened to Michigan. They've lost some key coordinators that they really need, including their head coach. Buckeyes will keep their head coach, but they are losing their main assets as their defensive coach and their offensive coach, which will damage them, and so will their O-line coach leaving. That will damage them too. And some of their best players leaving. Now, there's no denying that the Buckeyes have a great defense, considering they were one of the best, I think ranked number 3 in the country. And that's all because of their defensive coordinator, and he was really good for them. He's done a lot for them, and overall had a great defense going. But about a week ago, he decided to leave for Penn State Nittany Lions, his hometown. So he's going back to his hometown, probably got homesick or something, and he's left the Buckeyes, which is very damaging. Now, the thing is that they will get a new guy in there, but will he be as good as him? I'm going to have to say no, he probably won't. But you never know. We'll find out. They also lost their offensive line coach. He has left to join the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL. Buckeyes had a good O-line this year. They had a pretty nice O-line, and they were able to stop most defensive lines in the country, except for Michigan's pretty much. But other than that, they had a really good offensive line. Will Howard had time to throw, and overall, the offense, thanks to him, had a good passing attack. And then, of course, one of the other mains, Chip Kelly. It's just a blob. I shouldn't say that, it's not nice. But he is also leaving the Buckeyes. Just today, he's announced he's leaving the Buckeyes to go to the Raiders in the NFL. And personally, they had a great offense. They had a great passing offense, so this is definitely another blow to them. They struggled against Michigan and Nebraska, but in every other game, they scored quite a bit. He did really good, but they're losing him, and that's going to be another big blow to them. So we're going to see if they can recover from that. They're always going to get somebody new, obviously, but will they be as good as him? I don't know. We're going to find out. And not to mention the main leading parts of the offense, which was Will Howard, has also left for the NFL. Once again, this is showing that this is kind of like the Michigan situation. He has left for the NFL. He declared for the draft, and he probably isn't missed by many Buckeyes. I'm going to be honest. He probably won't be missed. But another quarterback that couldn't beat Michigan. But he did win a championship in his career. So good for him. We might not like him, but good for him. And he's leaving. But another problem is that they don't have another great quarterback in waiting. I mean, they just got another 5-star, but they've lost 2 5-stars that they recruited from a couple of years ago, like Aaron Nolan and another guy. They all transferred out. So they're just going to have one main quarterback, and if that one gets hurt, their backup probably isn't very good, to be honest. And then we also have to remember that they are going to lose their running back, their really good running back, Trey Henderson. And he was really good because of himself and the O-line, and we already discussed how the O-line will probably decrease from last year to this new year coming. And he was just a fantastic runner. His main run against Notre Dame in the national championship for 75 yards just shows how much skill he has and why he declared for the draft. So Buckeyes are going to be missing him a lot. They always have the other one to go with, but he won't be as good as Trey Henderson. And then we got their main weapon they're losing. Ekma Egbuka, I think that's how you pronounce it. But he is leaving and declared for the NFL draft. He's a senior, so he kind of had to. But, that was one of their main weapons in the playoffs and in the regular season. He was good. He could run, he could catch, and he was fast. But I'm afraid, they're afraid. I'm happy he's gone. and we will not have to be dealing with him now. And now their main attack is Jeremiah Smith, so that's one less worry for all those teams that hate the Buckeyes and have him next season. Speaking of Texas, we got them for the first game of the season. See how they do with that. So that's another part of them that's crumbling. And it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. From them losing their defensive coordinator, their offensive coordinator, and their O-line, and I messed those two up, and their running back, quarterback, wide receiver. They're losing them all. It's going to be a big blow to the Buckeyes. And they were projected to be ranked number 1 in the country at the start of next season, and they still will be, probably. But I have a feeling they're going to take a bit of a step back this year than they did from this year, because they're going to be struggling. They don't have their offensive coordinator. They don't have their wide receiver. They don't have the quarterback. They don't have their running back. They don't have the O-line coach. They're going to have a worse O-line. They're not going to have the best defense like they have been. And it's just great to see. I'm going to say it's great to see. I love it. I've loved nothing better than see what happened to Michigan happen to the Buckeyes, so they know how it feels to be in pain. Maybe they can join the group of, yeah, we gotta fix some things for once, you know. But we're just gonna have to see how it goes, and we'll see who they hire and who will be coming to the Buckeyes. But for now, it seems like the Buckeyes, if this continues, they're gonna start crumbling, and they might have to do a bit of a rebuild next season. But only time will tell. So yeah, this is Noah for Michigan Football Fan Talks, and of course, go Blue.